Hello, everyone. Today we have Ninad with us. Hi, Ninad.
Hello,
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you doing, Rinaaz?
I'm doing amazing. Very excited for this chat with you. So let's get right into it.
Yes, let's go.
Okay, Ninad. So, what inspired you to start the Eleos project?
Okay. Uh, so the Eleos project was not started with a vision of making it a big business or a big organization, or it was started with a very small intention which had deep roots. Um, it was actually started as an Instagram page. In
Mm-hmm.
2020, all of us were quite disconnected with each other, and there was an environment of hopelessness and grief, and just a lot of disconnection from people. So at that time, we felt that
Right.
it was very important to share some wholesome stuff with people, some positive stuff, positive writings, positive poems or thoughts. So we actually started it as an Instagram page to share some positivity in the world. And slowly we started realizing that to make actual impact and to create a lasting change, just an Instagram page was not going to be enough. We had to do a lot of other things. And I had a background in facilitation, I had a background in conducting workshops. So we just said, okay, let's do it. Let's call some people and let's organize a small online summit where we can do sessions about yoga, about compassion, about inner work, and everything. And people were actually looking for stuff like that during the pandemic period, and people did
Mm.
join, and we felt okay, this is really nice and we should continue doing this, and that's how we slowly started facilitating workshops as a part of the Elios project, and we've grown a lot since then.
Yeah, it's honestly been amazing to witness, the growth from one Instagram page to the impact that you're creating today. It's amazing.
Yeah, so we've actually collaborated with around what 17, 18 schools. We've impacted above easily a 1,500 or 2,000 students, and we
Mm-hmm.
continue to upskill ourselves so that we can make a larger impact and serve more people.
So, the Elios project, strong youth for the future, strong future for the youth. So, Ninad, my next question is why is focusing on youth so important to you?
I think it's really important to focus on the youth because today's youth is more disconnected, today's youth is more lost, and
Mhm.
I think there's less warmth in relationships, less connections, less communities.
Uh,
So there are many people I see growing up without a good environment, without a nurturing space where they can discover themselves. And I think the adults, working with adults, uh, they they've already gone through a lot of stuff and they've got a good grip on the world. And sometimes it is too late to make a change with them. Uh, but there's also a lot to learn from them. So, how can we create a space where the adults can use their wisdom? And how can we create a space where the young people can make good use of their energy? So, the exchange of energy and wisdom, and the exchange of innocence and uh, experience is what makes these spaces unique. And why is it important? Because they are going to be the future. They are going to, they are not, it's not even they, it's we. We are going to be the future. We are going to make great stuff happen. Our
yeah.
previous generations have done some amazing things we need to preserve, and our previous generations have also made great mistakes that we need to reverse. So अभी जो जो एडल्ट्स है उनका ज़माना गया, अभी द ज़माना इज़ फॉर young people to go ahead and make change. So it's really important to have a good direction to focus our energies, and that's why we choose to work with young people, I think.
Energy meets wisdom. That's very beautiful.
Yeah.
And I feel, yeah, the
Yes. Sorry.
you are saying something? It's okay, it's okay. Continue.
There's actually a dialogue from my favorite series which says that uh, the youth is wasted on the young. The youthful energy is wasted on the young people, and the wisdom of age is wasted on
Uh,
people. So I think we need to create spaces where the older people can share their wisdom and the younger people can contribute with their energy. I think that's what we are trying to create in schools and in all the places we visit.
so true. And it's such a beautiful sentiment. Like people of all ages bring something they are best at to the table. And I don't think there's anything more in strength than that. So it's a very beautiful sentiment. Which takes me to the next question. What does the Eleos project aim to achieve?
Hmm, that's a great question. So the Helios project wants to create nurturing communities in schools where young
Mhm.
people can come and discover themselves, discover what it is to be a compassionate leader, because they've got great potential. And with that potential, with that power, comes the responsibility to do something with it. So I think everyone has that power, everyone has that potential, but how do we direct it? How do we channelize it? That's what matters. So Helios project wants to create spaces like that, nurturing spaces, safe spaces where these young people can come and put their good energy to use and discover what it is to be a compassionate leader, discover what it is to be a person that creates change in the society, and not just change in the society but change for themselves also, because while interacting with others, while connecting with others, they also get a chance to discover themselves and empower themselves. So a beautiful space of sharing, giving, and receiving. I think I'm quoting Joey here, but yeah, a beautiful space. That's what we are trying to do. And the best place to do that we've found is schools, because I think most of the time of the day of young people is spent at schools and colleges. So if they can get an experience like this in their second home, as they call it, I think
Yeah,
it's a great thing for them, because they've got a lot of stuff to do. The students have a lot of stuff to do. They've got classes, they've got preps for these competitive exams,
yeah.
that. So it also becomes very stressful for them. So a space like this is where they can be themselves and just let go of all the expectations, of all the pressures, of everything that has been put on them by the society, and just be themselves and just feel. So yeah, that's what we are trying to do in schools through our programs and through our workshops for students also, and for educators also, because they are also responsible to create that space
True.
in the institutions. So yeah, that's what we are trying to do.
And I like resonate with this message so much. And I feel especially today, there was a time where people would be like, oh, we loved school and they're so sad to leave. And they often think that it's the place they would love to go back to. And
Yeah,
that is something we are losing currently. There are more and more students who are coming out of school and are sharing horrible experiences and how school wasn't a very safe space for them. So I
right.
think you doing this has such a monumental impact. I hope you realize that it's It's amazing.
Yeah, actually, I have been on both sides of this. I have also
Mm-hmm.
experienced such programs, such sessions in my own school, and I'm really grateful for my school
Mm-hmm.
for doing that. And I've seen the impact that it made on me. I was a very,
Mm-hmm.
yes, I was a very lost kid when I was in school. I had potential, but I never found the space and never found the support to discover that potential. And there was this program in our school where I don't know how I got selected, but I was a part of that program, and it was so amazing. It created a space where I could be myself finally, and no one told me कि शर्मा जी के बेटे जैसा बनो, इसके जैसा बनो, उसके जैसा बनो, do
Mm-hmm.
that. No one told me that. They were
Yeah,
like, okay, be yourself, say what you feel, express your thoughts, and it matters. You matter. And that space was so empowering that my whole life changed after doing that program. And that was also one of the big reasons why the Eleos project was started, because I wanted to share the gift that I had received as a child, and I wanted more people to experience spaces like that. That's why I myself got trained to do the same, and here I am sharing this gift with everyone.
that's amazing. And moving on to our next question, it's how can schools, educators be involved with the Elios project? What are the steps to make that happen?
Hmm. Yeah, so we've got lots of programs that we do. We do one-off workshops for educators, for students. We do long-term programs to build listening circle spaces, to create peer mentor communities, or to even create leadership, compassionate leaders communities in schools. So, if you are a school and if you would like an experience like this for your students where they can come and discover themselves, a space where they can be themselves and discover what it is to be a compassionate leader, you can definitely connect with us. Our website is theeliosproject.in, or you can also follow us on any of the platforms and messages there. And we would love to come and connect with your teachers and students and facilitate an experience for you, which would be very meaningful, very impactful. And I'm sure you'll say that, let's do this in our school. So yeah, there are lots of ways to connect and collaborate.
True, especially in this very well connected yet a bit isolated world.
Yes, that's the paradox of this time, that we are so connected yet we are so disconnected at the same time. I think it's quite ironic and sad and funny at the same time for me.
Yeah. And I remember you saying that the curse of our generation is that we have an abundance of resources.
Yes, that is so true. I heard about that from someone, and I think it
Mhm.
has been proven again and again by many researchers that if when you have lots of choices, that's when it is even harder to make that decision, and that causes an analysis paralysis for most people. And it's a curse that we have. We've got so many opportunities, so many things to do that we end up doing nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No matter what you do, there's always a better opportunity out there and whatnot. So I'm glad that Elios collaborates with children to, really keep that focus in mind that this is where we want to work,
Yes.
not go into 50 different directions. That's amazing.
True. And that's
And
why
then
we have
our last,
also brought this program into the schools. That so that they
Mhm.
don't have to go out and look for things like this. They can get this opportunity in their school itself. All they have to do is sign up. So
Yeah,
yeah, that's
exactly.
also one of the reasons.
And school can be a comforting place, where they don't have to go through different logistics. Parents don't have to be involved to drive them somewhere. It's here, it's right there, and just there for students,
Yeah.
right in their safe spaces. So, Ninad, lastly, what advice would you give today's youth as they step into leadership roles?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
What advice would you give to today's youth who are stepping into leadership positions?
I think it's great, first of all, that people are stepping into a leadership position. Sorry. Uh,
Mhm.
I think many people have that potential, but they do not do that. So, firstly, if you are stepping up to do something and to serve other people, that's great. The second thing is it's very important to remember that leadership is not about being in charge, it is about taking care of those people that you are in charge of. So, I know many people who are wanting to become a leader just because they would like that power, they would like no one controlling them. But the point
Yeah.
of being a leader is that people have chosen you and they have chosen you to take care of them, to serve them. And you are there as a responsibility. You have a big responsibility when you are a leader. So, always remembering that, always keeping in mind that we are here to take care of people and we are here to do something for them. I think that is a great thought to always have when we are in a leadership position. And lastly, if you are in that position, then obviously you have some good qualities. So
Mhm.
it's also very important to have a very strong moral compass when we've got people supporting us and rooting for us and depending on us to take care of them. So working with the people and finding out what's the best way forward, what's the ethical and morally right way forward is something that leaders can do. And on very practical, in a very practical way, just being there for the people, not being disconnected and almost like a dictator telling people what to do, but being there, talking to them, understanding them, connecting with them. Leadership is mostly about people skills more than it is about decision making and giving orders and getting things done. It is about connecting with people. That is the biggest aspect. So I think if a leader knows all these two, three things that I mentioned, they are already a great leader.
You have a very amazing blog on that, I remember.
Yes, we've got great blogs on our website, and we've got some good blogs on my personal website also. So you can definitely check them out.
And it's true. I mean, leadership is good, but compassionate leadership is great, which is what Eleos, tries to do. They want to create compassionate leaders, not just leaders. So,
Yeah.
can you share a bit more about the programs that you do?
Yes. So I think, like I said, most of our programs or most of our sessions are designed around this idea that young people can come and discover their potential. But we've also got
Mm-hmm.
a variety of them for very, very specific purposes. For example, let's say a school has a good student council. Many schools have a student council. Student council are basically the badge holders. So if a school has a student council, but they don't know what responsibilities to give them, or the students themselves don't know what to do when they are elected in that position. So we
Mm-hmm.
leadership programs for students like this, students who have the potential to be a leader, but they just need the right kind of environment to hone their skills and to discover what it is to be a leader. So we do leadership development programs where the students come together and discover about leadership, and not just leadership but about compassionate leadership. We always talk about how just leadership and compassionate leadership is different. Compassionate leadership is all about connecting with people, understanding them, and serving them. And we want to create leaders like that who want to serve people. So our leadership program is designed to create compassionate leaders who know how to connect with people, who know how to serve people, and who have a very strong understanding of themselves, their own skills, so that they can bring out the best in everyone. So our leadership program focuses on that. Then we've got another program called the peer mentoring program. So in the peer mentoring program, or the community circles as we call it, we create a listening circle community in the school. So, what is a listening circle? A listening circle is basically a space where young people can come and share. I think there's a serious lack of spaces where people can come and talk about what they are going through. So, creating such a space in school is very important because that's where most of the time is spent by students. So, the students can come there and talk about their emotions, and we make a space that feels secure, that feels safe, and that is confidential so that the students don't have to worry about sharing openly there. And we also train older students in that circle to become peer mentors for the younger students. So the peer mentors basically are trained to handle conversations, to empathize, and to be compassionate towards others. And they know how to navigate a conversation where the other person gets to share their emotions and their thoughts very safely. So the older people discover what it is like to take care of the younger people in the circle. They develop a sense of responsibility. And the younger people, they have someone that they can depend on in the school. They have someone that they can go to when they are going through something. So there's a nice bonding, and there's a nice connection that happens between the older kids and the younger kids in these circles. That's the second kind of program that we do. And the third are the educator trainings, because we've seen that the teachers also need to be on board when we are doing programs like this. The teachers
Right.
spend most of the time with the students in the school. So that, and I've seen that many teachers want to create things for their students. They want the best things. They want to create a nice environment for the students, but maybe they haven't really gotten access to the tools that are required to create spaces like that.
Right.
So we work with educators to create a wholesome environment in the school itself, and we hope to see a day where we are not needed. There's no need for an Helios project to exist because all schools are very compassionate, all schools are very inclusive. So we really want a vision. Our vision is to not exist, I think. So creating a space like that and working with educators also is what we do during our third kind of program. So yeah, these are our three programs.
They sound like a whole package and like very integral. Seriously, I would want everyone to experience the Eleos project
Mm.
because I've seen it come to life so closely, and it is made for everyone, honestly.
Yes, it is. I think everyone has a space, and everyone is welcome to our sessions. And it's an experience that all children should have. And we wish to create more leaders from these sessions who want to go and serve the community. So there's also another aspect of leadership involved in every session that we do, in every community that we build.
I think that is something which you also personally embody, which makes this program a bit more worth it. Like a good leader always creates more leaders.
Yes.
So I can totally see you doing that, and that is fantastic.
Thank you so much.
So, Nina, that's for our conversation today. It was great talking to you, and I can't wait to see you again.
Yes, me neither. Thank you so much for this conversation. I think it was quite fun, and it was a great
Yeah,
platform to let people know about the work that we are doing. And I hope many people join us after this.
yeah.
I'm hoping to connect with more students. And if you are watching this, I would encourage you to get in touch with us and let's see what we can work on together. We would love to collaborate.
True.
Yes. So thank you so much.
Teach. Thank you so much, Ninad.
Yes. Bye bye.
Bye.